Now everything has been building up to this. If this fails, I don't know how Marvel will continue to make films. But today on the Fraggeek Show, I'm going to be reviewing the Avengers. Yes, out of 5 films, they've been building up to this. Started with 2008's Iron Man, starring Robert Downey Jr. 2008's Incredible Hulk, which starred Edward Norton. Let's get back to that. 2011's Thor with Chris Hemsworth, and 2011's Captain America: The First Avenger with Chris Evans. So they get all 4 of these stars plus Black Widow from Iron Man 2 and Hawkeye kind of in Thor. They basically put them together in a film fighting one common threat. And not only that, they get the villain from Thor and the plot device of Captain America: The First Avenger, which is the Tesseract. And basically, this one whole team up movie. And the story is a bit simple, to be honest. It's just like Loki wants to like rule the universe. He wants to rule Earth, so he sends a portal into space to attack. He wants the Avengers first to be separated, and blah blah blah. The attack, and it's really simple when you look at it. It's like pretty basic, and for some that is a turn off since it's that simple. But for me, the journey is the most important, and the Avengers is one really good movie. Some people say it doesn't hold up, and I kind of see why. But personally, I still enjoy the moments in the helicarrier, which some say like it's slow. Like Iron Man's just fixing a turbine engine. Like, oh god, no. But personally, I thought it was fine, and the banter between these heroes is really good. Like seeing like Iron Man and Captain America together, like that's really good. Like seeing them fight, seeing the Hulk fight Thor properly is really good to see on the screen. The characters were good. I mean, like I always, Robert Downey Jr. is really good, though he does have a bit more screen time. Did take a bit of the screen time, but they improved like sharing screen time throughout the films. Captain America was really good. Thor got overshadowed a bit, I guess, but he did have a lot of scenes with Loki. And Mark Ruffalo replaced Edward Norton in this movie because Edward Norton could like come up with no negotiations. And I think Mark Ruffalo does a really good job as the Hulk. The CGI of the Hulk looks good. I mean, it looks like Mark Ruffalo, and this is he really does Banner well. I don't think Edward Norton could do the more comedic stuff that Banner was doing in like Ragnarok or Age of Ultron or this one. I don't think Norton would have done the script justice. I think Mark Ruffalo has a lot more range. Hawkeye's here. He doesn't get to do much in the first. Like he's like a brainwashed zombie. Black Widow has a really good scene with Loki. Tom Hiddleston's Loki is really good in this movie. Not as good as a motivation as in Thor, but he's really good here. And most people are saying what really works in this movie is in that final battle scene in New York. It's probably in terms of spectacle, this is probably the best action sequence in a superhero movie by far. I mean, yeah, it's not like the emotional stakes, but man, it's like an amazing watch. I mean, it's I don't think anyone can beat the Battle of New York because of how the sheer epicness is like Hulk punching like the giant worm. It's just like spectacular. It's basically the last act of the movie, and it was really an amazing watch, and it still gives me enjoyment after all these years, especially when they were like all circling up when they finally team up. That's like amazing, and I really like this movie a lot. So yeah, the Avengers, for me at least, it does hold up. It has a different aspect ratio from the other movies. It's like the widest screen, but hey, doesn't really matter. Anyways, that's my review for the Avengers. I really recommend it. I think I give it a 5 out of 5. Basically, it's not a perfect movie, but 5 out of 5 doesn't mean perfect. Basically, so that's me on the Fry Geek Show. Out. Wait, this is the end of Phase 1, by the way. Next time we're gonna dive on to Phase 2 in the next installment in the kind of controversial Iron Man 3.